What's up, friends? Empress Dannie here, back with another episode of The Daily Grind. Yes, that's right. Pouring you up a nice hot cup of joe. Going to get your day off to a bright and beautiful start. Let's check in. And I'll be honest, I've been going hard, no lie. But I've been having to like sneak my food in. So if there's something there, I ain't gonna lie, I really don't care. Here we are. Let's get today's messages. So there's something about today. There is a connection to the past. Okay. This I was getting like something you've done in the past. I also heard the song Pink. Hope it gives you help. It gives you help. It gives you help. So I'm not entirely certain what that is. I can't lie. It kind of sounds like it sounds like something karmic could be at play, where somebody could be maybe catching some flack, if you will, getting hell because of something that they did in the past. Okay. I do feel there's something about the energy at play. It's going to benefit you to take advantage of knowledge resources, whether these are people who are very smart in a certain area, or whether these are like actual tools like books, learning opportunities. I feel like increasing your knowledge is going to it's going to benefit you. Okay, getting more information. I feel like this has something to do with like your soul purpose, community, distant horizons. Okay. I don't know why I'm kind of getting like something about today is connected to you finding your place. It's part of like what feels like pulling that in. And I get a strong sense of like you're going to know that in so many ways. It feels as though today there are some things that are going to get your attention or come into your awareness where you're going to, I don't know why I kind of get like it's catching you up. I get this energy of like getting hip to, but it's like picking up on some things that I'm getting like you discern familiarity in whatever these things are. And it feels like the familiarity is with the frequency or the wavelength, if you will. This could be like soul tribe. Like I know you're a part of my tribe. It feels a little bit like that, right? And it doesn't have to be like, anything deep, but it's almost like I am getting an energy of like what could even be like mission. I know you're a part of my mission. This could be like my assignment. Whether it's you're here to teach me a lesson, I'm here to teach you a lesson. It's almost like I discern that there's something about it's like there's something about this that is part of what could be like the next step. I don't know why I'm getting like recognizing relationship tendencies. This is the third day in a row this Lord card came out. This is really giving, especially like 3 days in a row, it's given that I feel an energy of like being a really good steward, being a good Lord over the things that are within your charge, being a good, what feels like a keeper, if you will, of your authority. So, and that could be anything, right? Like this is like maybe you've been given money, and this is like you being demonstrating like you can handle having money. This is like you being given what could be any type of resource, knowledge, or information, and I have to say this feels like a little bit deeper. While it could be like with a person, they trust you. it feels like it's like the universe, like you've proven or demonstrated consistently that you have authority over this or in this particular area. This could even be like an area where you're really good at healing. You've demonstrated your rulership or your leadership in a certain area, that you're advanced. And sometimes this is like something that's proven to you, your own authority, right? Like even connecting with like supernatural forces that are greater than yourself, and trusting in being led by a power that extends beyond perhaps your physical body being or existence, and through allowing perhaps yourself to operate in that authority. There could certainly be something today that is in one way or another what feels like inspiring you to go a certain direction, or just in general taking care of what could be like some of your needs or some things that you've needed to be taken care of, giving you or putting you in a position of authority, giving you some sort of power. Again, that could be a resource of some sort, that is allowing you to take care of something that you need taken care of. Okay. I do feel with the eagle here, I feel you're taking a greater vantage point each and every day. You're broadening what feels like your point of view. You're seeing things from a higher plane or perspective, and because of that, I feel you're using that what feels like distant vision, perhaps even seeing some things that are to come, um, to as a part of your authority in the here and now. Because I see whatever this is up ahead, let me take care of this now. I'm going to feel better perhaps about what's up the road if I do something or demonstrate the my authority where I presently stand. And that's, I feel, the vantage point from which you're viewing things. So I like this because I feel it has you. I get a sense of like feeling surrounded, feeling what feels like secure, grounded, very grounded energy is what I feel. I feel this makes you feel more a greater sense of, it could be belonging, but it's like finding your place, a stronger sense of like, okay, this is where I fit in, this is where I belong. Or even like, what I'm supposed to be doing, this is the purpose for this. I feel like that's what you are. It could be what you're seeking, but it's almost like in seeking to know that you're making appropriate use of your authority. Okay. The bottom of the deck says, be honest with yourself. I don't know why I'm noticing she has freckles. That could be significant for someone. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth. Then let source take it from there. It feels like you could certainly be releasing something, right? Giving, it gives like let go, let God. Like you are, I don't know why I kind of get like, sometimes this is like working through some difficult feelings or emotions that can be a little bit rough to process. And in doing that, sometimes it can be hard to release because there are some like feelings or emotions for which there's no explanation. I don't know why it's kind of giving like, I don't understand why this doesn't make any sense. And in situations like that, you still have to, um, you know, find a way to release those feelings, even when it doesn't make sense. So I kind of feel that energy as it pertains to be honest with yourself is like sometimes it's like, this is difficult for me because this doesn't make sense. But still being willing to, like, maybe it's acknowledging that and releasing that, spiritually, taking authority over it, perhaps even by acknowledging it, right? Like, accepting it for what it is. Deeper insights are at hand. It's here. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. Okay. You could be taking a look back. This could certainly be kind of like assessment energy, is what it feels like. Okay. Something today, I don't know. It could just be like you're aware of your need to take a look back and make some um, assessments. Okay. But because you're seeing from a higher point of view or a higher vantage point, whatever those assessments are, I feel are going to be pretty easy for you to accept. Okay. Something could be significant about Friday. Our animal for the day is the wolf. Okay. Something about this is giving like information, um, details, perspective. I hear the perspective of loneliness. Hmm. Something makes me feel like that could be something that you're taking authority over, is a perspective of loneliness. I don't feel a sense of loneliness. I feel like you're leading something. Something makes me feel like that could certainly be like what you're picking up on or coming into the awareness of, that you're actually leading whatever this is. That could sometimes be like difficult to accept. That could be why why you're taking the perspective that you're taking. Because when you're leading, you have to see beyond just the present. You also have to um, be mindful of the whole. Yeah, I just heard resonance. Something could be significant about resonance. I don't know. We're going to go to members and get some additional messages. I feel something significant about this. Deeper insights are at hand. It's almost like there's more substance to this, that I feel like spirit wants you to, there's a deeper message or a bigger picture or a bigger vision, or um it's almost like look further, look beyond, look like it's like sink into something. And I don't know why I'm kind of getting like really commit, really, it feels like the energy of like dig deep. Really, what it feels like, this could definitely be like discipline yourself. Um, It could also, if you feel that you've already been there, right? Because sometimes that's the case. You're like, I've been as committed as I know how to be. You know, sometimes this can certainly be like the deepening of insight is maybe having to do with trust. Because with the wolf, if there's any feeling of like aloneness or loneliness, it's like I feel this energy of like, you know, look at the spiritual breadcrumbs in a sense, and like deeper insight, like how do you not realize, you know, that you're not alone? Why don't you believe that, or why don't you trust that? um, if you look at the breadcrumbs, if you look at, you know, the what could be like the bits and pieces, if you maybe kind of like elevate your vantage point or perspective, that could be what you need. Okay, that could be what you need. You may be drawn to like vegetation today, um, for like feelings of comfort. Let's go. I don't know why you. I guess you guys can see you, which you could always tell, right? Energy changes, um, but I really feel a deeply like meditative energy, and that could be what you're in today. Is one that's highly meditative. Um, excuse me. I haven't slept yet, so forgive me. Um, I'll be getting ready after I finish these messages, but you know the cycle is never ending. Um, feel like you're going to become aware of something today. And what you're becoming aware of is going to have you, uh, it's going to build or foster trust in, could be a specific relationship, or it could be like a way that you relate to something or someone. Let's go from here. We'll see what comes next. Um, I find that spiritually, perception is constantly changing and shifting. Always, though, when and where it's needed. Sometimes, in order for us to accomplish certain things, we need to have a certain point of view, even if it's not real. That could be energetically the point of view that actually inspires us to relate it to something in a way that we should. Um, and then spirit will shift things so that if that's not the proper perspective or point of view, um, we understand that better in time. And that could be of a person, of a situation. Sometimes this is even like of an obstacle that we've had to overcome. And if we don't have the right perspective or deep enough perspective of whatever that obstacle is, then um, Spirit may be giving you insight to that today. So That's what I have for you. Let's go to Patreon, linked below. Bye for now.